introduce yourself to people who don't know who Jaooo is. They don't know the movement. Educate them real quick.
Man, Jaooo, man. Social media, man, all over the place. The Real Jaooo. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you go, make it simple. The Real Jaooo. Jaooo spelled Jaooo. It's a relevant movement. I mean, we're making truth music. We're implementing something that you don't necessarily hear all the time. And I mean, a lot of people might not be rocking with it, but then you got a whole lot of people that are because they like that real, and they want to hear something with substance, and that's what we're here to do. You know, that's about it, man. We keeping it moving, and you know, we remaining relevant. So,
you said the word relevant.
yeah.
In my hands, I'm holding relevance.
Relevance.
Can you explain what relevance is?
Man, relevance. That's a great question. Relevance is influence. I mean, we all have influence. We choose, you know, how we want to use it. But me personally, I figure I'm going to use my influence and the abilities and the gifts that God has given me to implement some type of change and to help build those up around me and edify them. I'm not gonna necessarily, you know, just talk about whatever I want because it's gonna make me some money. I'm gonna spit what's true and what's relevant, regardless of, you know, the amount of funds it's gonna bring in, because I love making music and I understand that I'm blessed with a gift that you know, many people would love to have. So I'm gonna use it and use the gift that God, you know, has given me to glorify Him for giving it to me, number one, above all, and also to, you know, to put that truth out there. And I also look at it like, I got a 3-year-old son. I would never want to make any music that my son would have to cover his ears up. You know, he couldn't listen to me. I want to be like, listen, son, this is me. This is what I was doing when I was your age. You know, and this is what I'm still doing. So that's how I look at it. You know, influence is an amazing thing, and you know, a lot of artists choose to use it and they don't choose to use it. You know, they just want to do whatever they want to do to make money, and that's fine. I'm not mad at them, but me personally, I'm gonna do, you know, what I know is right.
And that's definitely what's up.
Yeah.
Relevance is the title of Jaoooo's mixtape. We're gonna play a few songs from there. Talk about the mixtape and like your influences behind creating it, the process for creating it, just all that went into making this 16-track tape right here.
Yeah, man. 16 tracks. I mean, it obviously takes time. You know, it obviously takes dedication to put a project of any sort together. I mean, you see, it's not a CD that's just got the title written on it with Sharpie. You know, it's not in a plastic bag. I put time into it. I put money into it, effort, because it means something to me. You know, like I said, it's all about influence, and I intend to influence with the CD, and everybody that listens, I intend to edify them. You know, just meaning build them up, and even though I'm not perfect in this world, you know, I have life experience, and I'm able to teach people based on what I've learned. So, you know, when it comes to the CD, just my influence behind it is really, to be honest, completely honest, there's no other influence besides God. I mean, I can't say it was this artist or, you know, it was God and the life experiences that He, you know, allowed me to go through to learn from everything I learned from and put that in my music. You know, my 3-year-old son, my baby mama, anything, my dealings with the police, anything that I could think of that's in my life, that's my influence for making it. And, you know, from the beginning to the end, regardless of how the tracks are structured, you know, you see growth. And, you know, that's all it's about. It's about growing. And, you know, so I'm never anti-experience when it comes to, you know, stuff like this, because that's what a lot of people assume. But it's just about taking that experience and knowing how to view it, and perception is a beautiful thing. So, you know, that's what I put into this CD, just a lot of my experiences and what I've learned up until this point. And just you know, telling people you can't grow through that. You don't have to allow it to be something that brings you down. You know, it can be.
And I like what you said right there when you was talking about perception. Because perception is definitely, no matter what life throws at you, whether it be negative or positive, the way you perceive it and the way you process and handle it is gonna completely alter the outcomes of whatever possible could have been or what will be. All of that. It's all the way you perceive things. Yeah. So if you had to pick a track off of this tape, people don't know who you are. The very first track that they would want to hear from Jaooo, which one would it be?
The first track, Man, I'd choose number one, honestly. I mean, it's the first song, but it's I put it there for a reason. You know, it's on the CD. It's called Sorry, but you know, I was going to have an alternate title for it called Party for Progression, and that's what I say in the song. You know, Party for Progression just meaning, you know, we can party, we can have fun. That's cool. That's all. But what are you doing it for? You know, are you partying because you're making progress, or are you doing nothing with your life and just partying because that's what you want to do? You know, you just decide that you want to go kick it for the night, and none of your responsibilities are handled. Nothing, you know, in your life is situated. So to me, you know, let's get together, let's have a good time, let's celebrate, but let's do it with a purpose. You know, let's do it for progression. And that's the song I would choose, man.
That's definitely dope. So Jaooo says it's the first song. Number one on the tape, Sorry, will be the first one he would want people to hear, so you can go ahead and play it for y'all.
Yeah. Tune in.
Turn up.
I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future. That's the purpose I know. You couldn't give me a reason to throw it away. This is the purpose I know. Long as I'm living and breathing, I know it's okay. Give me some room to grow. Hold up, look, not a lot more to it. Started from the bottom,
This is the purpose. We're just listening to another dope track from Jaooo. You mentioned that track is off a new project coming up. You want to talk about that project?
Yeah, man. I mean, I can't give y'all all the details, but it is a new project I'm working on. Just as well as with promotion of Relevance. It's a continuation of Relevance. So it'll be Relevance subtitled something else. I'm not gonna put all the rest of that out there, but y'all just gotta stay in tune, man. I mean, that was called Purpose, produced by Christian. Just talking about purpose. We all have purpose. If you're listening, you have purpose. You're meant to do great things in this world, and that's a lot of what I'm here to talk about. And that's what that track is called. And a lot of the songs you'll hear on this next project will be just based on purpose, based on foundations, firm foundation. So tune in. The Real Jaooo, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Facebook. Check me out. Follow this CD Relevance, and then stay in tune, and you'll hear the next one.
Definitely follow him on all of his social media. Support local talent.
Yeah.
Question for you. Where do you see yourself as far as hip hop 3 years from now? All the dominoes fall perfectly.
All the dominoes.
All of them fall perfectly, exactly where you intended them to be, exactly where you predicted them to be, exactly where you needed them to be. Where will you be at in 3 years? I
mean, I see myself with great influence. Like I speak of, I see myself just helping a lot of people and living comfortably, with a career in music. But that's not the goal. The goal is to help and just implement some type of change, and the money will flow. To be honest, the easy part is making money. I could make money like that, and it's not hard. We have to do so. We have to make money, but that'll come. I'm not worried about that. If your focus is somewhere else, that means a whole lot more. Then the money is gonna flow. People want to pay you, even if you don't want them to pay you, they'll be willing to pay you. So, I mean, a couple years from now, man, I just see myself continuing, grinding and just continuing to make relevant music. And those that are ready to hear it, and when it's their time to hear it, they'll hear it. But I'm gonna continue to do me, and I see myself just with a platform to express, what I'm trying to get across.
And that's definitely real. You think positive will come to you.
Of course.
We talked about the future, now let's take it back to the past. How did you get your start in music and hip hop as a rapper?
I mean, my pops was an artist, and so I was always just around it my whole life since I was little. I mean, earlier in the car, I spit one of my first verses I ever spit for these dudes when I was like 11 years old for Deon in Boston, and so that's really where it started. And as I grew, I was just in tune with the hip hop culture. I listened to a lot of DMX, a lot of Eminem, and a lot of old school artists. And it just was something that I just found a lot of interest in it. So I just continued to do so. I didn't think I was going to be an artist of my own. And just as I got older, I just realized I could write. And I just continued to do so. And I was talking about nonsense back then. I would say a lot of stuff I didn't necessarily do, but that's what you do when you're young. You fabricate. And you know, I got older and I just realized that what I had, I could use it. So you know, that's where I'm at now with it.
That's definitely real.
Yeah.
Any like closing information, any closing remarks, like a show coming up, anything that you want to quickly put out there so that everybody knows what's coming up with you, what you're doing, what type of movements you're making?
Man, just in general, man, relevance. Just stay in tune. Like I said, once again, the real Jaooo on all social media. Jaooo spelled Jaooo. Just stay in tune. Relevance is the movement. You know, if you're trying to hear something relevant, if you're trying to hear something real and truthful, just stay in tune. Boston's got music coming out. Just dropped a new track today via SoundCloud. You know, get at me on social media. You'll find the track shared on my wall. Just stay in tune in general, man. And you know, you'll hear a lot of good music coming out of us, out of this section, out of the burbs. My homie Kifedo was up here last Saturday, I believe. You know, he's got a lot of good music coming out. Deon, Malik, Vega, Ismatic. Shout out everybody, man. And just stay in tune, y'all. And that's really, if I had to say anything, it would just be relevant and check me out, man. The real Jaooo.
Definitely. We're going to get back into the music while we set up the next interview with the most hot talented Deon Malik. He's sitting there chilling in the cut on his phone. Shout outs to the mans. Yeah, we can get back into this music and then take it from there.
Yeah. Yes, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Of course, I appreciate you more. Positive influence in Chicagoland.
Yeah.
I know how that goes. So, yes. You know what, Jaooo, keep doing your thing, man. You got a lot of supporters.
I will. Thank you so much.
For sure, man.
Be easy.
Real hard and growing.